Today, we're going to build a Viper using 14 Lego pieces.
These are all the pieces you are going to need. In the description of this video, I left the piece names, count, and design IDs.
We're going to start with this big old ugly 1x2 by 2/3 brick. And what I'm going to do is on the front stud of this 1x2 by 2/3 brick, I'm going to grab a headlight brick. And I want to put the headlight brick so it's on that front stud, and that side stud of the headlight brick is facing up. So that's going to be the top of my Viper. Now on the front stud of my ship, on the top of that headlight brick, I'm going to get a regular 1x1 brick and just put it right there on the front to create the nose cone of my Viper. And then of course when you look at the Viper, it's got that red tipped on the cone. So what I'm going to do is get a cheese wedge slope in this red color and have it so that the thin end is on the bottom and it slopes up to the top to create the nose of my Viper. Now on the top of my Viper, the headlight brick, to create the canopy of my Viper, I'm going to use another cheese wedge slope, but this time in translucent black. And I'm going to put it so the thin end is in the front and it slopes up to the back. And on the top studs, my big 1x2 by 2/3 brick, I'm going to grab a 1x2 plate piece. I'm going to put that plate piece on top of those two studs to kind of create that red coloring of the Viper. Now on the front stud on my 1x2 plate, I'm going to get a 1x1 tile piece and put that tile piece in that front stud right behind the cockpit like this. And because most of the Viper is white, so I got to make sure most of this thing is white. And now on the back stud of my 1x2 plate, to create the back top fin, I'm going to grab a cheese wedge slope in white and put it so the thin end is in the front, touching the tile and sloping up to the back to make it look like the back or tail fin of the Viper. And on the sides, on the front side studs, my 1x2 by 2/3 brick, I'm going to grab this 1x1 plate with the tooth. And I'm going to put it so that the stud goes onto the front stud and the tooth part is going over the front facing forward to kind of make it look like those large engines on the side of the Viper. These got like those three huge engines on the Viper. So I'm going to do that again with the other side. I got my 1x1 plate with the tooth. Put it so it's on the front stud facing forward and kind of create the engines of the Viper. Now to smooth it out, on the back studs on the side, I'm just going to grab two 1x1 plates, put those behind the 1x1 plate with tooth, just smooth it out. And now I'm going to put the side wings on. To create the side wings, I'm going to grab this 1x2 slope piece and put it so that the thin end is on top and it slopes down to the bottom to create the wings. And now, when you're doing the Viper, you know, they've got those three large engines in the back, but in micro scale, that's a little more difficult to do, so we just got that one large engine in the back to kind of simulate the larger engines that the Viper has.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.